We start off today checking out logs.
Ozzy's log. It's the day of the crash. I don't know what the heck is happening. I'm scared and I'm not going outside. There are shadows in the water under the hatch, but I can't tell if they're rocks or aliens. And there's weird-looking caves nearby. The Aurora was carrying everything needed to build the phase gate. Mobile vehicle bays, bioreactors, propulsion cannons. It had a cinema. There was a zero-G gym. My cafe. I don't understand how we're here now. I don't know why no one's coming for me.
After that, as normal, we just went exploring, checking stuff out, marking stuff off with our beacons. All in all, kind of peaceful. Or so I thought. For the most part, we just did some exploring. Obviously some gathering,
Passing one.
but a lot of exploring.
Oxygen efficiency decreased. Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Now we realized we needed a way to kill plants. And kill big, huge worms that live in plants. But that was for later in the story. We made the rebreather that we were talking about. But it may not have came in handy like I thought it would. Radiation. Rebreather does not help in caves. Or at least not the deep ones.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency
Yeah,
greatly decreased.
he just didn't want me to check out that building anymore. So we just gave up on that one. After checking out some caves, we went and checked out the big radiated boat. Figured, why not? And we had fun learning that we could shoot things up into space. Way too much fun. I like it. Bye-bye. Okay. Ooh. See ya. Later. As I said, way too much fun. These two? Come on, come on. Move it, move it, move it. There we go. Again, like something new. Yep. Scannable. Alright, we got a floodlight. What is that?
New blueprint acquired.
At some point, we finally realized that we could go into the ship by moving these boxes. And along the way, there was a few fires that we had to put out. Before long, we realized not enough fire extinguishers to get the job done. But for now, we just kind of ventured through, checking stuff out.
Integrating new PDA data.
And getting our data all filled up. We found a few doors, but we, at least at this moment, couldn't get through them. So at that point, we made the decision to just kind of head out. You know, hit the road. After doing some reading, we realized, oh, the data had some passwords. So we ventured in, exploring a little bit more, grabbing a little bit more data.
On your PDA. Your technology blueprints have been updated. Integrating new
Just,
PDA data.
you know,
Integrating new
trying to figure out what needed to be done. How was I going to get off this planet, or at least survive for now? But it wasn't too long before we decided that it was time to hit the road. Head back home. Or back to our pod. But it was dark. And we had a long way to go. But we did make it back okay. And really didn't see anything along the way. But we decided it was time to start creating some of this base, home, whatever you would like to call it. But it was time to move up in world. And then
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. Should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your
Oh,
fingers
nice.
as the weather holds. Don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
well, that's going to take a while. Oh, no. Not long at all. But in the meantime, we worked on building our base some more. So we got our scanner room built, and we realized it has no door. And we checked. And we checked. But there was nowhere that it said open. So we just ventured on, checking out a few different things, trying to see if stuff could line up. It didn't. All in all, as far as building, we really didn't know what we were doing. As you can see, just a lot of looking around, trying to make sense out of it. And then we decided the scanner was no good if we couldn't go in it, because we didn't know what it was used for yet. So after some time, we ventured back out and seen a few new creatures that kind of disappeared and reappeared.
Signature in the region. Cannot identify it.
Then, while trying to check out the Sunbeam landing location, we came across this and was quite intrigued. So we went to check it out just to see what it might hold. There were spots for tablets, but we didn't immediately see any tablets. We also tried to walk through the force field, but that didn't go so well. So we went to check underwater. We realized really quickly that nighttime exploring over here didn't feel safe. So after not too long, we came back up, and that's when we found the purple tablet. Well, the fragment of the tablet. My immediate thought was, how do I make this? As we were leaving, I found a cave, and again went for a little bit of spelunking. It was definitely a pretty area. And I put my rebreather up. Yeah, I made the realization that I didn't have a rebreather. I thought maybe this cave wouldn't have radiation. But everything was glowing, so who knows at this point. After some time, we realized we were swimming instead of using our power tools.
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
And then we realized we were running out of air, so we hit the road. Or tried to. It was a little disorienting in this cave. took me a while to get back, figure out my path, figure out where we had to go. But eventually we made it out. Oh, okay. Don't do that again. Yeah, we also learned
Remember
fall
that
damage
the
hurts.
together are the property.
Nice. Okay, one more. Come on.
You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current
What?
bid
Yeah.
stands at 3 million credits.
This happened. You're insane. I didn't take too kindly for that. But we didn't have much time to think about it, because once we got back,
Playing partially translated.
we found a weird message.
9 new biological subjects designated. Mode. Hunting. Analyzing. Sharing subject locations with other agents.
What? They just said 9. So there's 9 of us here? But again, didn't have much time to think about that.
Fluid intake.
Because it was time
Stabilizing.
for the sunbeam to come on in. But a weird sound came out of nowhere. And then we saw this. What the heck? What's going on?
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there.
What?
We broke an atmosphere and we're descending towards the landing site.
Where?
Is that a building down there? What
Yeah,
do you
and
think
it's about to shoot you. Is that? Oh no.
Hold on. No turning back now. Positions, everyone.
Yeah, we kind of knew what was gonna happen.
9, 8.
Yeah, that's about to fire.
It's coming from the building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
What the hell? I guess we weren't going home yet. We figured maybe there was some scraps in the water, or, something we could use. So we jumped in, but there was nothing. And it was very dark and deep. So we figured maybe we'll come back and check that out. So we headed back to the boat. By now we had some tools, so we ventured a little deeper. While I was cutting, my immediate concern was how much battery power did the thing have? We ventured in deep.
Integrating new PDA data.
Yeah, we found more data. We found more fire. We found quite a bit of things. What we didn't find was safety. We also managed to get stuck. And when I say stuck, I mean stuck. Nothing was dragging us out of this thing. We were able to find a way out, but it took quite some time. We also found a few new little odds and ends around the ship. One that really caught my fancy was this. Now, at that time, we only thought there was the one that we could use.
Defensive technologies.
Yeah, like I said, no safety. And it took me a while to realize that that didn't let go once you came out of the water. But I realized maybe I can cut it off. And it got the job done. We finally ventured back and realized there were more suits so that we could collect all 4 parts of them. But it took a little while to figure out how to get this last one, or the 4th one.
New blueprint acquired.
Now, I was heading home, headed to the back of the ship, and went exploring a little bit. That was a mistake. I had never, I did not ever expect that to jump out of the water that quick at me. It's like it was watching me from the water while I was on the ship. I was not ready. So I headed back home, fabricated up some stuff, because we needed water, we needed food, we needed to get ready for our next adventure. And really just to quench our thirst and hunger that was immediately setting in. And that's kind of where we ended this one. We really didn't venture anywhere else. We kind of just got prepared for our next adventure. We didn't even know where to go at this point, or what was our next step. What we did know is we had left a ton on the boat, and we would have to venture back there at some point.